actually hear myself and give proper commentary. So anyways, we're going to do another recording, this time a little bit simpler. And this time we're going to be doing the Valor, or no, not Valor. Goodness, I cannot read. I wanted to say Valor Hammer or Valor Longsword, but no, we are doing Guild Hammer, which is the classic hammer that hunters have known and loved since it first debuted in, I think, Monster Hunter 1? I actually don't know when the hammer came out. I would assume Monster Hunter 1. Anyways, I'm going to grab some of these because I need them. And let me check the sharpness. Okay, it's a little bit short, so I'm going to grab some mini whetstones as well. I don't need anything else. So, the hammer is a very simplistic and it's a very simple weapon to learn, but it's very tough to master. So we have a couple different attacks, but first here's our movement speed, so pretty good. Not the fastest, but not the slowest either. You can definitely get places. Anyways, we have a nice little roll. You know, it's no guarding, just rolling. So that's pretty important right there. Anyways, with the hammer, you want to be striking the monster's head because all attacks from this thing have a concussive property to them. So they deal stun or KO. And if you hit the monster's head enough times, you will get a knockout, which means that you will give yourself and your teammates a chance or another opportunity for damage. Ah, man. Stuttering my words here. Can't speak today. Anyways, let's look at the moves we got. So, of course, we have the A button, which is a nice and simple sort of a quick slap here. I'll get aside. There we go. Just get some different angles of that. So, doesn't go very far, but a lot of the hammer attacks don't go very far. Next, we have the pressing X will give a nice big pound right there. So, it goes... It's got some pretty good, you know, got some pretty good height. Not a whole lot of distance, but again, you're being very close range. So, honestly, how far out the hit goes shouldn't really matter. But after X, you press X again, and you get a second slam, which is, I think, a little bit weaker than the first pound. I don't quite remember the attack or motion values off the top of my head. But if we do X a third time, which I'll move the camera in front this time, so we get 1, 2, 3, and that's a big hit right there. That third hit is called what we here in the business like to call a golf swing. It's really good. Does a lot of damage. It's got a lot of motion value. It has a weird angle though, and most people will try to hit it at the very beginning portion. So like, say if the monster is facing this way, you want to strike it from here. So you could do 1, 2, 3 and hit him in the head. But you can hit as long as the hammer is moving. I've hit it at the very end, at the very end of the swing. But this isn't the only way to do that combo. You can also press the A button, then press X twice, or twice to get a faster combo, so that you can get to the golf swing a bit faster. But that's not all the hammer can do. We have the R button, and those are the various charge attacks. So uncharged, by tapping R, we get this. This is actually a nice little combo starter to go into an upswing and then into the pound. This is a nice 5-hit combo. You get a lot of KO damage pretty quick. And if we are moving, pretty much the same thing. And the red glow is also the same as well. Orange glow, we get this, which is a little upswing. Very similar to the draw attack, which is this. Slightly different. Though do be careful when you use your upswings, as you will send your teammates flying. And if you do the orange glow, level 2 while moving, you know, we still get the same thing. And a lot of the charge attacks, or at least the level 3, which is the white charge, will change depending on if you're moving. So this is the standing variant. We get that, which is a really nice sort of pound attack right there. Very strong. I believe it's 2 hits. I don't actually remember if that animation where the hunter is raising the hammer actually counts as a hit right there, but I'll check that when we fight the Macau. And what else? Right. And then the moving variant is this. So you start swinging your hammer a lot, start spinning around, and if you don't do anything, you will fail the move. You still get, you know, a couple small KO hits there, but that's not what you really want. What you want is to swing, and press X during that swing, and you get a big golf swing. You get some other nice little attacks, so just like that. And if you time it a little bit differently, you'll actually get a different attack. I'm trying to remember the timing for it, so... Right. Those are the two different variants of that golf swing. So those are all the attacks of the hammer. And yeah, those are all of them. So let's go ahead and see what they can do against a monster. Of course, with this weapon, you want to be careful with stamina management. Alright, there we go. As holding a charge is, you know, it takes away your stamina. So as you can see here, I'm just kind of trying to line myself up, and already I have a knockout. Beautiful. And 1, 2. I actually have bad positioning here, so I'm going to change it up a little bit. But this is all you got to do. Just focus the head. That's all you got to do. Alright, good. He's a little bit enraged. The mounting attacks, actually, for this are pretty interesting as well. You have your little basic hammer slam right there, which is a nice disruption. And we have this. Depending on the charge level, actually, it does depend on what you get. So, whoops, that was my mistake. We're going to do an uncharged off the ledge. Never mind, that was a orange charge. That was, you know, after you press X, if you press X upon landing, which I actually don't think you can get the uncharge. So, press X during a level 2, which is the orange. Or after you land, then you will get that little upswing. And if you do a white charge, or a level 3, we will get this into a nice big swing. That was really nice as well. And now we have our Hunter art, which is Spinning Meteor. So 1, 2, 3. Very good. Yeah, as you can see, I'm exclusively attacking the head of this thing. I am not going after anything else. Just the head out here. Alright. Oh, whoops. That was a little bit of a bad one right there. I was actually thinking of going for the standing variant, but it's okay. As you can see, just watch my movements. I'm dancing around the monster, waiting for it to show an opening, and I'm only attacking the head. And that is what a good hammer goes for. So that move right there got a lot of reach. I'm going to let my stamina recharge just a tad. Macau's not doing anything, so it's okay if I just walk up regularly. And standing variant, level 3, and we're done. Now, granted, Macau isn't exactly the best way of showing off, like, how technical the hammer is. You know, he wasn't really doing much, and that was because of, in addition to the concussive forces of the hammer, which is the stun value, you also get exhaust value, meaning that's why the monster, or Macau, was drooling so much at the end. But, overall, like, you know, hammer is tough to master because, again, you have no defense, you only have a roll that doesn't have a lot of iframes or invincibility, and you have to be right in front of the monster, which is the most dangerous part of a monster. That's where all of its attacks come from, be it claw swipes or fire breath or electric, you know, just electricity or whatever it may be. The front of the monster is usually where the danger is, so you definitely want to be careful about when and when not to hit. You almost want to have a bit of a little bit of a boxing mentality, I want to say. Now, I don't actually do the sport of boxing, but, you know, basically just knowing when to hit, when to kind of pull back on the offense, and when to dive right back for the head. And that's the most important thing with the hammer, is when and when not to go for those strikes, those headshots. But that is my really short and basic and unscripted tutorial of Guild Hammer. I doubt I'm going to post this. I could just record it. I don't know. Or I could just record it and have it there. Maybe post as an unlisted thing. But either way, if this does get posted on YouTube, be it unlisted or public. Thanks for watching, and I'm probably going to try and do a better tutorial of Guildhammer. I don't know, actually.